Good afternoon, happy Tuesday. It's been a very eventful morning. lots of meetings, consultations, and just doing admin stuff. We are going to a networking event with AWP. And I'm excited about it because one, it is in Maryland, so not that far. And two, it is about the knot. Sorry, I'm moving like super slow. Or talking super slow because I'm like also trying to concentrate on this. Anyways, so it's with the knot. It's over at the University of Maryland. So they have a hotel called the Hotel at the University of Maryland. And so that is where the event's going to be. I've been there a few times, one for another networking event, and then another for like an actual event. It was like it was an Indian wedding, so it was really like, I think it was like part of, like they were having a multi-day event, and I think this was I forget what this ceremony is called, but it's like the one where they paint the couple with turmeric, and then they do like gifts and stuff. I forget what that actual ceremony is called. But yeah, it's like usually the first one, because it's not they didn't have the horses. I think that was like day 2. So like day 1 of the wedding. And if you actually know, go ahead and put it in the comments because I honestly can't remember what it's actually called. But yeah, so once for a wedding and then once for an event. So I'm excited to go back. And then, like I said, the topic is actually going to be somebody from the knot. All right, it's tea time. So I know, like from a consumer perspective, the knot is very helpful when like finding your vendors and talking to vendors without having to like provide all your information, right? It's like a hub for you to pick vendors, talk to them, keep it organized. I think they have like wedding planning suggestions and things like that. So I know from like a consumer side, it is really helpful. From a vendor side, however, I don't think if you guys like really know like the wedding industry like that, but from the vendor side of the house, it has mixed reviews. I personally have never paid for the knot or wedding wire because of the mixed reviews that wedding industry people have said. Like they've definitely noticed that. So this is speaking from like a third party, right? So I've never actually experienced this because again, I did not sign up for it. But like seeing all these different forums and stuff like that, people talk about how they get a lot of bots reaching out to them. They get a lot of people that ghost them. I mean, ghosting happens wherever, like wherever you're in the knot. If you're on like a platform, if you're on your own website, whatever, ghosting happens. But they also said that there is ghosting that happens there, lots of bots. And then in addition to that, again, I don't know if you guys like follow this at all, but in addition to that, the knot has, I guess they do like a summary or end of year review or something to that extent, where they talk about like the average cost of a wedding. And what is kind of confusing about that is, for one, they do not consider your region. Like when they like roll this out, right? They don't consider the region. They do like just like this. I don't know where they're actually getting their data from. I think they're just getting their data from people, like couples that are using the knot. They aren't really getting the data from like the vendors that pay for the knot services, right? So it's like they're grossly underrepresenting the cost of a wedding. So here's what is also my like observation, my take on it, right? Again, they're interviewing people, and it could be, depending on the people that are responding to the survey, like this is how much they've paid for it. Whereas the people that aren't responding to the survey but still use the knot, they could be spending way more, way less, right? So if they're just getting their data from couples and not getting their data from vendors and their pricing, then yes, they're gonna say like this is the average cost of a wedding, right? So that's that. So then in addition to that, they're they are I don't know if they're global, but they are like a nationwide magazine. And so it's like you are broadcasting this amount to everywhere. So then it's like people in New York are like, well, how come when I'm reaching out to these vendors, they're way higher than what the knot is saying, right? They're taking the knot's information with a grain of salt. They're not taking it. They're taking the information and thinking that it's truth, right? So then when they are reaching out to vendors and asking for pricing and stuff, it's a sticker shock. Because like they're thinking that the knot is saying like, well, this is how much the average wedding is, this is how much the average vendor is, but that's not what they're getting when they are reaching out to these vendors, right? So I say all that to say, from a vendor perspective, there's discourse with what the knot has said. Let me back up. Another thing is that I think the market that the knot markets to, I think those are very much DIY couples, right? Which there's no problem with doing DIY, right? You can be a DIY couple and you can do a lot of the things by yourself. Like if you want to manage vendors and if you want to like do all the stuff that like a planner would do, right? You totally in your right to do that. But when it comes to the weddings that they are advertising, right? So like, nope, that's not the brush I want. So when they're, featuring these celebrity couples, or when they are posting these weddings on their website, their Instagram, their magazines, like all that stuff, right? A lot of times those weddings are not DIY. Those people have a large budget, and those people are hiring planners to do the things, right? So again, the weddings that they are showing, the weddings that they're highlighting are not weddings that line up with the survey when they say like, so let's say for example, when they say the average wedding is $46,000, right? If they say the average wedding costs $46,000, but they are advertising weddings that were double that amount, double if not triple. And I wouldn't say triple, maybe double. I would say that they are highlighting and showing like 80,000 plus weddings, right? So the weddings that they're showing, like again, in the magazines, on their website, on social media, those are the weddings that are spending money above the average that they're saying weddings cost, and they're hiring professionals to take care of it. They are not DIY weddings. So I think like on both ends, right? It's frustrating to the vendors because the vendors are like, you're giving not valid information. This is not the average wedding across the board. And then for two, from a couple's perspective, they're like, oh, this is what I'm holding this because my hand like hurts, so don't judge me. But from a couple's perspective, you are creating this illusion that they can do this grand of a wedding on a lower budget and by themselves without any additional help. And that's just not the case. So I say all that to say I'm super interested to hear what this person that is speaking to us will be discussing and how they can like help out in the industry. Now, the other thing is, I don't know if couples, I don't know if y'all pay to access the vendors, but I know from like a vendor perspective, they do have to pay. I think it's like an annual thing, right? So I say all that to say, from a vendor's perspective, the knot is pretty wishy-washy. And I'm just curious to see if this person is actually going to address it, or are they going to like talk about something completely different. So yeah, that is the messy gossip or the behind the scenes of some of those publications. So I'm also looking forward to networking with people that I know and I haven't seen in a long time. So I'm hoping there's other people that are there. And so this is my first time doing makeup and talking. So if you're kind of like, what the hell is she doing? She looks crazy. Yeah, this is my first time doing this stuff because I wanted to get on here and talk about what we're doing, and then also I don't know, just give y'all that juicy gossip in regards to the knot. If you are a couple, if you're a couple and you are watching this, just wanted to share that tidbit with y'all. But again, and because of like all of this stuff, right? Me observing it, me in these like Facebook groups and these forums with other vendors talking about their disappointment with the knot, I have refused to give them my money. From a marketing perspective, I am all about my website as well as Google Ads, and that is what I have been doing, and so far so good. So I'm just gonna keep it like that. So other than that, that is what I'm doing. I'm getting ready for this event, and my goal is to talk to 3 new people, get their information, and I don't know if we'll be able to do a tour of the actual hotel rooms, but we are going to be on the rooftop, so I will definitely show you guys the rooftop access because it is so stinking pretty. It's so nice. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up my makeup, finish getting dressed, and then we'll head out. And of course, I will bring y'all along with me. So stay tuned for the behind the scenes of that event, as well as my debrief when I get back. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, we are about to head out. But first, let me show you what I am wearing. So I'm wearing this, what is this called? Urban Revivo sweater. I wore this last year. I have a reel on it. I just have a regular black tank top underneath and wearing the H&M black barrel jeans. I figured if I wore these, then I could wear the glitter boots that I wanted to wear. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so I'm wearing these. I'm wearing these because I wanted some type of height and I didn't want to wear sneakers and didn't want to wear open-toed shoes. It's not even like officially spring yet, so I don't think that would have been a good look to wear open-toed shoes yet. So yeah, these are the shoes that I'm gonna wear. So yeah, these are the shoes I'm gonna wear with these boots. I mean, with this outfit. And so yeah, don't know what purse I'm gonna wear yet. Don't really want to bring anything big. What do y'all think? Should I bring my teeny tiny LV? It's brown. I don't want to bring this big old thing because it's just too big. I don't know. Let's see. So you can either go with this look, or we can go with this look. I mean, it does have a little bit of red in it, but not like super dark. Whereas this one would definitely match, but I don't want anything big. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with this. Go with this little heart-shaped one. I think it'd be cute, and it's little, and it's like out the way. All right, we're gonna go with this one. And you know what's crazy? As small as this thing is, it fits so much. I was able to fit my DJI, like I had to break it apart, like take the tripod, but it still fit. I was able to fit my phone, I didn't put my keys in here, cards, my lipstick. Yeah, so it could fit a decent amount of stuff in here, which is really shocking. But yeah, so anyways, let's go.
go wide, to have the why. A lot of wedding professionals got into this business because they were artists.
Hey y'all, we are back from the event. Sorry I'm a little shiny. I don't have any like blotting stuff to handle that. But the event was really good. Lots of networking. I actually spoke to a few people that are in charge of venues, so very excited to follow up with them, see if we can get some tours going, so then that way we can put them on YouTube. So super exciting, very nice. So the knot was presenting, but it was, ideally was basically talking about like elevating your sales pitch, which it was really helpful. I feel like majority of the things that they talked about I already do in my consultations, but there are some things that I do need to either adjust or add on. So all in all, it was a good presentation. They did not talk about the knot and the messiness that is happening at the knot, what I talked about earlier when I was doing my makeup. But I still was able to speak with some vendors, so that was really exciting. And then also, there was a photo booth there that had like an AI feature. Yeah, look at this picture. Y'all see that? Isn't that crazy? That's so wild. So I have a little Bridgerton picture now of me. Oh, that's funny. Pitch Perfect Chief Executive Officer. That is so funny. The company that had it, they're called ETC. It says a photo booth company and etc. So yeah, that is hilarious that I have a Bridgerton picture. But yeah, it was really good. And then I took like a regular picture as well. So that came out really cute. So yeah, just want to tell y'all that the event went good. I hope you liked the details there. If you are interested in seeing what those bridal and groom suites look like, or wedding suites look like, let me know in the comments, and then maybe we can reach out to the person that hosted us today and get some access to those room tours. Other than that, I hope y'all have a good day. I hope you enjoyed seeing the BTS of all these things. Trying to decide, depending on how much content I have, this will either be its own video or this will combine this video with the Art and Bloom reception that is happening on Thursday. But either way, I will talk to y'all later. And don't forget to tell a friend that your wedding and event photographer is on YouTube and they should go check her out. Until next time, bye.